Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Cincinnati Gardens here. On the heels of a 3-3 tie with the varsity programs, we have the JV squads of the Moeller Crusaders and the St. Xavier Bombers. I'm Joe Geringer, alongside me, Rich Luongo. Rich, we saw a great game in a 3-3 tie, lots of hitting, lots of goals, some outstanding goaltending, and now we've got the JV squads going to go at it here.
Yeah, it should be exciting. That was quite a game we got to see, and as you said, the goaltending and certainly on the St. X side was really outstanding. Was probably the difference maker in terms of making sure that this game that game ended up in a tie. But this is going to shape up to be a good one. This is always a great rivalry.
And you knowing the St. Xavier side of things, you mentioned a little before the broadcast that struggled a little bit in the Thanksgiving Day tournament, but in league play they've been turning around and looking pretty good here.
Right, they have been. They had a little bit of trouble in that tournament with a couple of pretty strong teams that they'll work hard to compete with this year, and I think they were disappointed in ultimately in the outcome, but I think they also learned something about the competition they'll face this year, and as they've started their league play, they've been having a lot of success. They're starting to play more like the team they want to be. So I think it looks like a pretty bright future for them this season.
You see both teams here just getting that quick final pep talk from the coaches. If you're St. Xavier, who are you looking at for Moeller, or really yourselves? Who are some of your key guys that you're looking at to make a difference here tonight?
Well, certainly the top line really. There's probably really four super solid guys in the front of the St. X team, and that would be Mac Bloom and Brian Johns, Nick Kneps, and also Alec Braun.
All right, we will take just a quick moment here as both teams line up for the national anthem. So we will bow our heads and cover our hearts and give it just a second. We'll be right back. That was the St. Xavier Pep Band lending their talents for this evening's pregame and the national anthem. And before that, we had a quick moment of silence again for Coach Rasso, a great St. Xavier legend, football coach and man who, as we were talking with John Doyle in the prior broadcast, he played for him, said he was just an outstanding guy, and couldn't have met a better mentor. So great little moment there. Remembrance of him. He passed earlier this week. So again, the whole St. Xavier community, hearts go out to them. Tonight, however, we have a great encore. As we mentioned before, a 3-3 tie. Both teams skated to in the prior contest, and it's going to spill over into this one. Again, it's a friendly rivalry off the ice. Some of these kids are the best of friends. They played youth hockey growing up together, but on the ice it gets pretty vicious, and these two teams will go at it.
Yep, there's a lot of school pride at stake, and we're looking for tough, competitive hockey. Hopefully not vicious or too vicious, but certainly competitive.
St. Xavier will actually get the opening shot there, and it gets directed in. Oh my goodness, there was a shot.
So that was the line.
Mac
that
Bloom.
Was Nick Kneps, I think, who put that home. Might have started from.
It was Bloom that took that initial shot,
Yep.
and it was a nice save there. It was turned aside by number 30, David Bloomfield.
And that was started with a pass from Brian Johns over to Nick Bloom. So those are the
devil.
Yeah, those are the guys that are really gonna
be making the difference here.
Right.
Oh, a shot goes just wide, and St. Xavier applying all of its pressure here early. It's been a lopsided affair in the first 30 seconds of the game. 1-0 St. Xavier on an odd redirection. They'll take them any way they come as puck goes flying up along that St. Xavier bench, stays in play. Moeller's going to come away with it. It's number 23, Aaron Lahan, but St. X actually gets it, and ooh, wow, that was a dangerous play there. Almost had a chance with it. It was number 12, I believe that was Nick Kneps. Icing will be called, however, and play will be brought back into the Moeller zone.
So we've got Alec Braun out there now, and J.P. Greiner, and who else is that?
Tough to see when the names or the jerseys tucked a little bit.
Andrew File. So that's the guys up front for X. Got Luongo and Wilson on the points.
Fun to know we had John's son Matt in the broadcast. John broadcasting last time. His son was down there. You've got your son out there on the ice now. Right. So fun seeing both of the color commentators here having kids on the ice. Xavier's going to come away with it. A quick shot's going to be gloved down. That's an easy save as he's rewarded with pats from the defenseman. Bloomfield standing tall there on a nice little wrist shot.
Yeah, that was a good shot by J.P. Brenner. I misspoke on his name a minute ago, but that was J.P. Brenner who snapped that shot.
All right, lining up at the face-off here. That's going to be File looking for it. He gets some play in front of that net, and it gets cleared by those Moeller defensemen. Heads-up play, but now going the other way. Shot down along the boards, just a little out of the reach of the St. Xavier forwards, and dumping it in is going to be Stahanzik. Excuse me, that's number 14. No, it is Stahanzik. Tough to see those numbers as well, too.
Boy, yeah.
St. Xavier's going to walk out of their own zone with it. Walking up the ice is Luongo. He gets taken out on the left corner, and a nice hit. Oh, my goodness. Bloom just launched himself. Absolutely dismantled a Moeller defender. He's going to reclaim the puck and streak down the right side, chase it down. Misplayed on defense, and Bloom's going to collect it in the corner. He's looking out front, has a man. Shot blocked in front. He had a nice chance there. That was Johns. Couldn't quite find the net. And now shot on, turned aside by Bloomfield. Picked up in the corner. St. Xavier still applying that pressure. 4-on-4 pretty much because of that cherry-picking man. Similar to that varsity program, they like playing what they call the root beer. Taking that guy up and straddling that offensive blue line, seeing if they can't get a quick break. A lot of teams you'll see do that, especially if they feel that they're outmatched. That's one of Reeder's favorite go-to moves, and apparently the JV coaching staff applies the same mentality. Now it's going the other way. Down the ice is Kneps. Kneps with a nice shot, gloved down, trying to volleyball it into the net, it seemed. Bloomfield able to turn that one aside as well, but St. Xavier keeps it in the zone. Finally up and out, going down the other way. It's going to be Stahanzik. Shot blocked wide. Nice save there. As T-Meyer is going to be tested for the first time here tonight. Moeller with a little bit of a sustained offensive pressure, and they dump it in. Can't quite control that puck, and St. Xavier looks up the ice just out of the hands of number 18, Neil Gary. That's going to be icing, and it's going to be brought all the way back down to the St. Xavier zone.
So that was sort of the first real pressure that we've seen the Moeller boys put on X, and I think there's opportunity there for those guys to take it to X if they don't button up their play in the defensive zone.
Absolutely. St. Xavier wins that face-off and turned over in the neutral zone there. They re-corral it and dump it back in. Moeller's going to give chase. That's number 33, Michael White, the sophomore. He's going to headman the puck. It's still stuck in there, though. St. Xavier applying some heavy forechecking here and turned and fired into the offensive zone. That was number 7, Connor Wilson. St. Xavier flying in there. Able to hold it in on the blue line. Dumped back down. Had a man in front. Puck is still loose. Fired on net. Oh, wow. And it's just stopped there. Nice save by Bloomfield. Caught him by surprise. Puck is dumped all the way down. Referees waved the icing off, saying that it was touched by a defensive skate on St. Xavier's side. So play will continue.
So Luongo headmanning that puck, but it got kicked back, and he just had to throw it out of the zone. Now it's Jacob Hardesty, number 2, throws it in. Again, it hit a player, so I guess that was not an icing.
St. Xavier trying to pull that up the left-hand board, see if they can't get it out. It's held in. Walking down in front of that net now. Vying for position is Ash Lynch. He's going to chase that one down as the 7s collide in the corner. Out front now, Moeller regains possession. Looking for that shot is Stahanzik. Stahanzik waiting. Can't find that puck. It goes all the way around. Back up to, I believe that is Capano. St. Xavier's going to regain possession and try to dump that out and over. And now we got a one-on-one opportunity. Knocked away there by Hardesty. Nice play. Moeller's going to go the other way. Stahanzik's going to grab it, clap it, and fire it just wide. Heck of a shot. And now St. Xavier's got a little bit of room, pass just a little behind the streaking Bloom. And so they're going to have to reset in their own zone. And now it's going to take it up. That's going to be Ray Dunsire.
Yeah.
Moeller's going to take over, chasing down that puck. It's waved off. Coming in with speed is Connor Baer. Puck squirts out to the right side.
Going to have a penalty there. High stick.
Right you are. And so St. Xavier trying to pull that goaltender. Unable to do so before Moeller touches that up. We'll have our first penalty of the night on number 42, Connor Baer. Didn't quite see what it was for.
You got to stick up under. I think it was Jake Young's face mask.
Good
so
call.
I'm sure it'll be a high stick.
So in any case, it is a penalty. You're right, Rich. That is a high stick. Good eye. St. Xavier will be on the power play. Well, we actually have 2 men.
Oh,
I'm not sure what for.
He must have called another.
He's got
minor.
another man in there. Yeah. So it's a 5-on-3. St. Xavier will have a 2-man advantage for 2 minutes. In front of the net, opened, can't quite corral it, and just over the net, fires it over. Was Johns. He had the entire net open. Oh man, missed opportunity, but they'll have plenty more. Nice screen there in front by Bloom. He's going to take over again. Shot just kicked aside. Nice save there. Brought back out up top. Shot tipped, still loose, and it's just covered up. A little bit of extracurriculars there after the whistle as the teams get tied up. Both teams will take a wholesale change.
That was quite a nice little movement of puck out there. I guess the work on the power play is helping out for X. That helps when you've only got 3 guys that are defending against you.
Absolutely. Spread that puck out and move it. That's what St. X is doing. So that face-off is hotly contested. Still so.
Yeah, they got to get that puck out to the open guys on the point. There they go.
And right on cue, little give and go is broken up by Stahanzik. Failed clear, moved all the way over there to File. He goes back up top. Connor Wilson gets his shot blocked, and puck is cleared aside again. Race to the corner. It's going to be won by File. and cleared all the way out. Weird bouncing puck. Way to turn that aside. T-Meyer paying attention. St. Xavier with 45 seconds remaining on the two-man advantage. They're taking the zone, waiting, looking. Up, out, and top. Oh, just mishandled by Matt Meyer. He had a nice little lane to shoot it. Now puck's going to be contested now in the end boards as Tom Capano and company clear, and we will have a quick Moeller change.
20 seconds left in this opportunity for the Bombers.
And a failed change. They've got a little room here. Streaking down the right side is J.P. Brenner. He waits, looks, finds a streaking Bloom. Bloom shot just wide. It's corralled, and oh, he can't quite corral it. Was Brian Johns. That's going to do it for the two-man advantage. St. Xavier unable to capitalize. A great kill by Moeller, but the danger has not passed. Bloom able to cycle it back down. Streaking is Johns looking for it. He's going to tie it up on the end boards. Popped back out to Kneps. Kneps trying to wrap that. He's met there along that front of the net by Connor Barron. It's going to be cleared out. No ice as number 23, Luongo, is going to be able to stop it, and it's going to be a nice save. Wow. And that was a beautiful save there on Capano. He gives T-Meyer a little whack there after the play, too. A little, how do you do? And T-Meyer stands tall there. First time we've seen him truly tested tonight.
Yeah, yep. And Nex was looking for a call in the corner there. Luongo thought he took a shot from behind, went and gave his perspective to the ref, and now he's off the ice.
Face-off won by Moeller, brought back by Lahan. Point man tries to get that in. No go, and St. X is going to take it the other way now. Streaking down is Kneps. He finds a player and scores! A Bobby Orr-esque dive. And that was Jack Dunsire who's able to convert. Beautiful goal, 2-0 St. Xavier late here in the first.
That was a great job for Dunsire to step up into the rush and be the second man in that. He's a defenseman, but he didn't hesitate. He saw an opportunity and took it, and Kneps, to his credit, saw him coming with him. So that was a great play. Beautiful
give and go there on the 2-on-1. Really a 2-on-2, but they burned him. Able to get that second goal. It is a 2-0 to lead Bombers. 6:10 remaining in the first period. Bombers looking to apply the pressure here early, but it's Moeller that's actually in the offensive zone. A nice save, and it's slapped away again there by T-Meyer. Great effort by the defenseman as well to clear that. Now it's going the other way. It's dumped down. Icing is waved off. It's going to be Hardestay that picks it up. Oh, pretty big hit from behind there. That's an easy call. Number 14, Kyle Archticon's going to be going to the box there. We'll see how much time they give him.
Yeah, he's a real boy. I don't know, he's a real fire plug out there. He's always going. He's one of the smaller guys on the team, but he does not play like a small man.
Oh, they gave him 5 minutes for the misconduct. He is not happy.
He's very disappointed. I'm not so sure I blame him, but that's the way the puck bounces. So
a 5-minute major called in the waning moments of the varsity game, and here in the opening period of the junior varsity game, he is just not happy in that box. Oh man, he's a hockey player. I love it. All right, Moeller wins that face-off as they begin the 5-minute man advantage. It is a non-releasable, so any goal they score will not bring the player back on the ice. Shot on net, save, another save. Brilliant by T-Meyer. He gets back into position. Big play there by the goaltender. St. Xavier's goalies, both squads came to play tonight. That shot fired just over. Now it's going to be recorralled by Armour. And just up and out, St. Xavier's going to grab a quick offensive change.
That was a nice little set of puck movement there by the Crusaders. They were doing a good job moving that puck around in that zone.
Turned and fired again as Bloom's applying that forecheck. And now comes the speedy Johns. He's alone, shot deflected. Great play there on the Moeller defensive side, able to get that stick in the shooting lane. St. Xavier man down, but not looking like it here in the neutral and offensive zone. They're actually playing pretty even here with this Crusader squad as Moeller's going to dump it in and grab a pair of changes. Now up the right side, it's going to be Bloom once more. Bloom looking to the middle of the ice. That's deflected. Recorralled, puck bouncing wildly in that neutral zone. It's going to be picked back up by Capano. He's looking down that left side, but can't do much himself. He's going to come off for a change. It's two Moeller players walking alone in on their own side, and a nice save there by Tiemeyer, and that's going to be cleared away. Good defensive effort by the Bombers. They're going to grab a wholesale change.
That was dangerous. It left a man on the back door there, and fortunately the puck wasn't moving through very cleanly.
Bombers slapped that away into the opposite corner and killed off 2 of the 5 minutes here as they hit the 3-minute mark of that penalty kill. 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the period. Again, if you're just joining us, 2-0. St. Xavier jumping out to an early lead on a pair of pretty goals. And they have not let up on the throttle yet. Moeller, to their credit, is firing back with everything they have and still have a couple chances here to get something done on this non-releasable penalty. They're going to take it behind their own net and sort of reorganize, see what they can do.
Yeah, the Crusaders really need to figure out how to get some puck possession and puck control on this power play. They've just done a little bit of ping pong with the puck, and the X guys are happy to keep throwing it down the ice.
Bet you are, Rich. Odd angle shot there, nothing doing. It goes wide. St. Xavier able to get that out and fire it. They're going to change once more. Closing in on that 2-minute mark remaining in the penalty. They've killed off about 60% of it now and continue to do so, playing that one-man forecheck and floating 3 in the neutral zone to counteract that one Moeller cherry picker. Moeller's going to start taking it up the right side. That's going to be Josh Eveling. He can't find any space, and it's going to be turned over once more. This penalty kill by these Bombers is looking pretty quality.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job. They're staying focused and just putting enough pressure on the Crusaders to keep them from being able to move the puck comfortably.
Speaking of, an off-target pass is turned over, going the other way with it. This File, he couldn't find any room, so just dumped off, and more time chewed up on this clock. 2 minutes remaining here in the opening frame. About 1:13 on that penalty kill. St. Xavier has done wonderful so far. Unable to clear that one out, and it's going to be blocked down front.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Capano to keep that puck in the zone. Got a shot on for his effort, but couldn't get anything through yet.
File tried to put that around the boards and out. Looks like a Moeller player is going to do that for him. It was number 39, Joshua Moore. Moeller collecting one more time. 45 seconds remaining on the power play. They're waiting for it. Something in front. Nothing doing. Bloom's going to clear that out. And now the speedy Brian Johns has some room. He gets it closed off and just going to dump it in, skate back. 30 seconds remaining on the Moeller power play. Still nothing doing, and that was an odd deflection in front. Great forecheck there by Johns. From our angle, looked like it was about to be redirected on net.
It almost looked like it, yep. Yep, that was the freshman Jake Hardesty. Little bit of trouble with some pressure on him, but he's a solid player. I don't think we're going to see that happen too many times.
5 seconds remaining in that penalty. It is effectively over as Johns is going to stick handle his way down the right side. So we saw Moeller kill off a 5-on-3 cleanly, and now St. X is able to bury a 5-minute major, keep Moeller off the scoreboard. 30 seconds remaining here in the first frame, and St. Xavier back on the offensive now. They're trying to tie some players up in that neutral zone. Moeller looking for something down the right side. That's Capano. Capano just puts it on net. It's turned aside there by Tiemeyer. St. Xavier just trying to clear it out here and get into the intermission up by 2. Into the corner now is it's given chase by Connor Wilson. Tied up in the corner. 2 seconds left on the clock. That'll finish it off here, and that'll do it for the first period. We see St. Xavier jump out to an early 2-0 lead. This JV program taking it to Moeller in the first and able to kill off a penalty. Really all 3 zones clicking for the Bombers.
Yeah, they certainly look like the better team at this moment. There's a lot of hockey left to play, but they certainly are showing some good stuff. And although Archdeacon got that penalty, that 5-minute major, which which I'm sure he wasn't happy about. He hit the ice and that thing ended, and he was off like a streak. Started throwing his body around again. Just that's the way this team is operating, and if they can continue to put that kind of pressure on the Crusaders, then I think they're going to find that success is going to keep coming. On the other hand, I think you just feel like the Crusaders are getting ready to click, right? You see Capano coming in, you see some power coming off the shots from the point, and you also see a couple of them in front of the net all the time. So the defenders are going to have to really be paying attention to those blue jerseys out there.
Yeah, we mentioned Capano's name a couple times in the prior broadcast. He grabbed a goal for the Crusaders in the varsity match, and he's speedy and grabbing a couple chances his own the JV match here as well. He's one to watch, but we'll start the second period off here as the blue and white win that face-off and draw it back over to Nick Kneps. It's taken away from him, and Moeller's going to take over in the neutral zone. Puck still bouncing wildly. No team really able to get much possession here in the early going of the frame, and it's going to be dumped back down and picked up by Luongo. He's going to look up for another one of his players. He was trying to find Kneps. Kneps couldn't hold on, so Luongo's going to give chase down in the corner again. He's able to strip that from a Moeller player. Look up and finds his guy. A nice little flip pass up to Bloom, and Bloom's going to chase it down in the corner. He goes in backwards trying to tie that puck up, unable to, and Moeller's going to try to take it the other way. In on a pinch was Luongo. Got a piece of it, and it's going to skitter down into the St. Xavier zone. It's taken over by Jake Young. Young rifles it around the boards. It's going to be tipped up by Bloom. He finds Brian Johns, who's going to try to clear the zone. Back to Bloom, but over his head and down. No icing called. It's going to end up a Moeller puck kicked back out. Johns reaching for it, can't quite find it.
Oh, look at that.
Nice little pinch. Oh, and a nice move is stifled. J.P. Brenner had a little room to work with. Now Moeller's going to take it themselves down the right side. That's Josh Ebeling. Tries dumping it in and turn and fires Luongo. Looking for number 17, J.P. Brenner. Those two connecting a couple times here on this shift, and down the left side, St. Xavier looking in front. Shot just tipped wide. J.P. Brenner couldn't get a stick on it. Good play there by the Moeller defense, especially number 34, Alex Dunaway.
Here comes Jake Hardesty again, looking for some help there. Good job by Aiden Kruger there to tie that up.
And it's going to be an icing call. Puck will be brought down all the way into the Moeller zone after a failed head-manning attempt on the offensive blue line. And at the moment we have St. X 10 shots on goal, Moeller 6. Thanks for grabbing that one, Rich. Got a little stat update there. St. Xavier still outgunning the Crusaders and doing so in grand fashion in their own zone. Just out of the reach there of Nick Kneps. He couldn't find it. He's still going to forecheck down low, and coming in was Brian Johns to help. Puck goes back in front of the Moeller zone, cleared away. Defense able to go high off the glass, takes a funny bounce, but finds its way over to Johnny Manhart. Now it's going to be taken in on the right, blocked away was Aaron Lahan's shot. St. Xavier's going to take over. Bloom, nice looking pass all the way across the ice to Nick Kneps. It's a 2-on-1. He has a streaking player shot. Goal! My goodness, what hands. Brian Johns. He knocked that one down out of the air, corralled it, pulled it backhand, forehand. Good night.
Boy, that was fantastic, and Kneps knew he could do it. That's why he saucered that thing up over there and got it over the defender's stick.
Oh man, beautiful pass. That looked like some varsity play right there, and a nice finish.
Yep, that's the senior Brian Johns getting the pass from the freshman Nick Kneps, who was given a pass from senior Chip Blom. So those three guys are really got a lot of offensive firepower there.
Some great playmaking ability from those Bombers, and it is 3-0 just minutes into the second period. St. Xavier wins that face-off and tosses it back down. Bloom on the forecheck. They aren't letting up. Foot will not be pulled off the gas pedal. And going in is Brian Johns. He is streaking into that corner. He wants more. tied up along that on that offensive blue line. St. Xavier's able to keep it in. That's going to be Nick Kneps. Loses the puck. Brian Johns picks it up, looks for Kneps. Kneps just wide. Got a stick on that puck, and Nick Moore was able to knock that one away as well. St. Xavier, oh, and a solid hit. Shoulder to chest. That one had to hurt. We haven't seen a lot of hits so far tonight, but that surely was one of the bigger ones. Now Moeller takes over going the other way. Stahanzik knocked away. Great defensive play there by St. Xavier, and Moeller's going to have to recollect it in their own zone. Moeller's going to...
Hard to see Stahanzik there, huh? Oh, boy, there's
lined him up.
Stahanzik's looking to maybe change the tone of the game a little bit here by trying to lay the body out a little bit more, and that just might be what they need. And he does it again, follows through on a shot at the point.
Absolutely. Well, that's Capano. He's getting into it, mixing it up a bit. Great back check there coming through. Wow.
Looks like a penalty on X again.
Archdeacon's going to get called for that high stick. You're going to get him for a hook. He was doing the right thing coming back on the back check, coming back and back checking, doing the right thing, but got that stick up a little high into the arm, trying to make a play. He missed that stick lift, and it cost him. So he'll have his second penalty of the night, his first minor of the night, however, and St. Xavier will once more be on the penalty kill. Moeller, see if they can't get anything going offensively on the man advantage. Taking it, St. Xavier's able to fire it up the boards. Matt Meyer clears it up. Now Moeller's going to have to take over in their neutral zone, see if they can't get some sustained pressure. St. Xavier says, no, sir, we're not going to let it happen, and Alec Braun's going to mix it up, get that puck into the offensive corner, and giving chase will be File. Puck goes through a couple sticks there in the neutral zone and fired back down. St. Xavier cleared couple times here in the first 30 seconds, not letting Moeller really get any sort of continuity, especially in that neutral zone, and it's really messing with their flow of the game.
Yeah, it's that pressure can do a lot for you if you're exerting it, and if you're feeling it. You've got to figure out a way to move the puck more quickly, understand where your open players are, so that you don't end up with a penalty or a power play down in your own zone for the whole 2 minutes.
Matt Meyer was able to clear that one away, and Moeller, as they want to do, Josh Hardestay is down on that offensive blue line, cherry picking, closing in on that last 45 seconds of the power play for Moeller there. Still nothing to show for it. That's the first shot on goal, and it might not have even made it. Got tipped away. Sliding back in was Wilson, trying to make a defensive play, and now here we go. We've got Kneps on a breakaway. Fake shot, scores! Wow! What a fake shot, and he is able to finish that beautiful goal, and he takes advantage of that shorthanded situation. Bombers up 4-0.
Yep, the Moeller had a lot of players in deep. There was an errant pass that the defender at the blue line couldn't quite reach over to, and Kneps has got a lot of speed, so he jumped on it and was able to pull away and make a nice play on the goalie.
A couple highlight reel goals here for the St. Xavier Bombers, making it look pretty while they're getting work done. 9:19 and counting here in the second period. It looks like St. Xavier's starting to run away with this one, 4-0. They are killing off the remainder of this penalty on Archdeacon. Not really letting Moeller get any sort of offensive pressure going. That one's going to be up and out of play into the Moeller bench, and we'll have a quick stoppage. Yeah, it's been a pretty lopsided affair thus far. St. Xavier really doing a good job of hammering in those corners and forcing turnovers in the neutral zone, and not letting Moeller get anything going there.
Right, that's really the way to do it. You can't beat just shutting the other team down because you've given them no options. That's really the best play you could hope for.
Moeller looking for a pass across the crease. Found him, but wasn't able to get a shot on net. That was Lahan. Moeller picks it back up, streaking down the ice. Hardestay shot, kick, save there. Nice one by Meyer. Flashes that leather out and gets that boot out. Nice kick save. St. Xavier going to be able to get it up, and now we've got a 3-on-2 going the other way. That's John Driscoll. leaves it for his teammate. Shot. Oh, and it's still loose out in front. Moeller able to pick that puck up and get it out. Now we have a 3-on-2 going the other way, but that pass is just out of the reach.
Oh, boy.
Lahan, and near turnover there in that defensive zone. St. Xavier a little errant with that puck control, and they're going to grab a quick change here to get some fresh legs.
Yeah, that was a little tricky. Dunsire is back there. It was essentially looking like a 3-on-1, but as they were coming back out, and he went to clear that puck, he put it right into the Moeller player's chest.
All right, offensive pressure applied by Tom Capano. You've seen him out pulling double duty here for the Crusaders, both games. Along the boards, fighting for it.
Stanzik?
I can't quite see that number.
I think that was Stanzik again, and he's very solid for the Crusaders.
Oh, nice hip check there. Bloom gets taken out by Joshua Moore. That's a throwback, but passes back out to Bloom. He's got an open net, chips it over the pad of the sprawling goaltender Blumenfield, and that's 5-0 St. Xavier.
Boy, that's they're making a convincing case here, aren't they?
Absolutely. Beautiful pass. Oh, he didn't have a chance. Just sauces it up and over, and nice little easy shot. It's going to be 5-0 here as we have just crossed the halfway mark of the game. It's pretty lopsided here as Moeller just doesn't look like they have their feet under them. St. Xavier able to get that speed on the outside and open up those chances.
You know, you notice that X is playing with a lot of confidence. You know, they're not rushing these easy opportunities like you might do if you weren't feeling so confident in your team. Right,
trying to force something that might not be there. They're patient, they're waiting, and you see that nice pass for that 5th goal, a beauty. They take the commanding lead here, and looking to add to it is File. He's going down the right side, looking across the ice, couldn't quite connect with his line mate, Neil Gary. Moeller's going to be able to take over control. A nice little hit, keeps the puck in. Giving chase there is J.P. Brenner. He's joined by Gary. And there's the hand pass. It's going to be brought all the way down. Moeller making the infraction there, and both teams going to grab a quick change.
Boy, it's a good thing that got whistled down, because I didn't think that defensive play there by Luongo was too solid. And I'm not just saying that because he's my kid. But he went to make a hit on a guy, and he didn't follow through on it, and he found himself in a little bit no man's land, and the puck was behind him.
A little tough fatherly love there, but no harm done as St. Xavier wins the face-off shot and scored. Beautiful shot. Nice little dip through that high slot, and he's able to get a clean look. Beats Bloomfield top shelf. Beautiful goal.
I think the goaltender's getting a little shell-shocked out there. He's facing a lot more shots that are high quality than you really want to put your goaltender through.
Right, you are. That's 6-0 here. With 6:24 remaining in the contest. St. Xavier winning that face-off. Oh, nice little toe drag there by Connor Wilson. Getting a little flashy there as he pinched forward, and Gary out there still. That line applying that forechecking pressure down low. Out front, unable to find a sprawling Archdeacon. He's been all over the ice tonight. Now St. Xavier's going to chase that one down in their own zone. Wilson gets a little too fancy with it, loses the puck in the corner, but he's able to correct his mistake.
Boy, that was good pressure by Moeller, and unfortunately they couldn't keep a hold of the puck, and here comes X again. Oh my goodness.
That was an odd little shot that, again, from this angle, looked like it might have been deflected up and over the goaltender, Bloomfield. It actually turned out being a little more routine than we originally thought. He turns it aside, but St. Xavier able to dump it back in. They're going to give chase.
Wow, dangerous pass across the front of his own goal.
Yeah, as a goaltender, Bloomfield's got to be shaking his head at that one. Moeller dumps it in. It's going to be swallowed up there and held onto by T-Meyer.
Whistle hasn't blown.
He got it held up a little bit. No Moeller player was in the area, though, and that play continues. St. Xavier's going to take it down. Long pass going to be held in.
Oh, offside.
I spoke too soon. Actually, it was not. That was going to be Kruger trying to keep that play in the zone, and crosses just over the blue line. Whistle is blown.
Yeah, that was, again, X just come flying out of their zone on a little turnover on the puck, and they are so dangerous when that happens.
Yeah, you see that speed that St. Xavier has. They're able to make things happen, get those odd man rushes going. They scored on a couple of them here tonight, and they can just hurt you in so many ways. Speaking of hurting you in so many ways, Capano comes through with a high hit. They're going to call him for a charging, and he tagged Kruger pretty well there. Kruger shakes it off, and he's all right. Capano's going to take the long walk for 2 minutes. You'll see him moving his feet here. Yep. Comes through, took a couple strides, and didn't slow down to hit him, didn't stall out. He kept his feet moving, and you're going to get called every time for that.
Yep, he might have been able to get him for any number of penalties there, too. Hitting him high.
Roughing, it could have been contact to the head, whatever you want.
So Aiden Kruger's a tough kid. He's a freshman this year, and he's working his way in the lineup as much as he can, and he's doing a nice job every time he's out there. He's very solid, physical player, really smart thinking on the ice. He's gotta get the rest of his game up to snuff, and I'm sure that's going to happen as he seasons here.
Speaking of Kruger, he takes a shot on net. It gets deflected there, held off, and looking up top, can't find anything. Is 22 there. He's going to dump it down, and
Kruger wants it back too. He wants it back on that point. He wants another shot at that thing.
Kruger takes a quick pinch, smart move, and it's able to be kept in. Shot just wide there by Dunsire. It's going to go sputtering into the corner, and St. Xavier going to come with numbers there.
Nick Armour trying to hold that in there. Couldn't quite keep it, but he's doing a good job keeping the puck from getting into the danger zone.
File and Armour taking turns going at each other there. Shot just wide. Now it's shot on, and just wide of open net. No St. Xavier player was on the opposite end, though, and they're unable to really connect on that. So puck goes all the way down, and we've got about 54 seconds on the power play. Oh, nice hit there, but it doesn't matter. St. Xavier's going to collect it. That's Nick Kneps walking in. Oh, a shot deflected there. Pops right back out. Kneps is going to come up with it again. He's still fighting for it in the corner. Oh, errant pass. Popped back up, shot on net, kicked away by a Moeller defender. Now Bloom's going to take it over in the corner. Bloom waiting, looking. He pops it over to Johns. Johns has one already. He'd like another. Passes in front. Bloom can't quite get his stick on it. He had a for sure thing right there. 22 seconds remaining on the power play. St. Xavier moving that puck. Gets turned over. Nice little defensive play, and a nice pinch there. Dunsire keeps it in, and Bloom's looking, waiting. Oh, he had Johns in front, and Johns couldn't quite corral that one-handed. Nice little pass up top. Wind up, shot by Luongo. Nice save there. Gloved away by Bloomfield, and that's going to kill the penalty. We're even up again. Moeller kills it off. A fantastic kill as they're going to now apply a little bit of offensive pressure of their own.
Here they come.
St. Xavier holding it up.
Oh,
Luongo.
boy.
Luongo unable to hold it in that corner. He puts it back up. Finds a streaking Kneps. Took his leg out, but that's all right. He's going to keep going.
Shot to the head.
What a goal. Dipsy Doodle. He ignores the crack to the skull, and Brian Johns grabs his second of the night, and a beauty at that.
I'm not sure they're going to get that call anyways at this point. I kind of wonder. I mean, the puck, the stick certainly hit him in the head, but didn't seem to phase him.
Crack.
Yeah.
Tomahawk to the head, and he pulls it backhand with a beautiful finish. 7-0 St. Xavier, and we're not out of the second period yet.
To be fair to the defender, that certainly was unintentional. He was trying to get his stick over around Brian as he came streaking in, but nonetheless, typically you'll see that called, but with no need.
Right, with the way this is heading, it's no need to go ticky-tacky on it, and St. Xavier's going to carry it back up. It's going to be Archdeacon looking for it. Shot, glove down.
Nice save.
Catches his own rebound was Bloomfield. And again, you can't really shame Bloomfield for his play tonight. He's been playing well when he's called upon, but he hasn't had a ton of help, and a lot of these St. Xavier goals have been really works of art. You know, it's tough to defend against a perfectly placed shot or a beautiful deke when you're pulling it like that. And
absolutely, and some really nice passes too, right? So when the guy's picking a puck out of the air, setting it down, and putting it in the net, you're just kind of at his mercy. The best of them will suffer through that.
I can tell you from personal experience, there's some nights you just don't have much of a chance. You hang in there as long as you can. Bloomfield will be doing just that as St. Xavier wins that face-off. Not cleanly, however, and Moeller's able to take it away to the other side. Bumped off the puck was Manhart. St. Xavier dumps it in. Bloom's giving chase. Now it's going to be Driscoll.
Oh boy, here comes that root beer scheme. Almost looked like it was getting ready to pay off for the Crusaders. Couldn't quite corral that puck though.
St. Xavier looking for that pass, unable to hold on to it was Driscoll. St. Xavier getting their other lines involved here. And Driscoll's going the other way, and in chase is Bloom. He's going to come off. Excuse me, that was Gary. That's going to be a call there, yep. Good eye, Rich, and that's going to cost the Crusaders.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. I don't know that it was very.
It wasn't long.
Yeah, and you know that it was just a matter of not getting off the ice quickly enough for the departing Crusader player. It's unfortunate, but it happens.
All right, they will be sending number 23, Aaron Lahan, one of the men that was on the ice at the time. He will serve that bench minor. St. Xavier on the power play again here. Taking the face-off will be Andrew File. He's going to have a matchup here where he gets the wins the draw. He's going to pick it up himself. File down the left side, shot, nice save, and it sputters free. Ref lost sight of the puck, and as per the rule book, he blows the whistle dead as soon as he cannot find that puck. Good whistle. It did appear to be covered up by Bloomfield for at least a little bit. So.
Yeah, he seemed to have that thing stopped and just kind of fell down onto the ice after a second. So
big win there by St. Xavier. Weird bouncing puck swallowed up by Bloomfield. He's going to hang on for another quick whistle.
I think the key there is it's another quick to the net play, and X is going to keep Bloomfield on his toes even right off the face-off.
Nice win there, and a howitzer just wide. That could have been dangerous, and File's going to apply the forecheck in that corner. He's going to leave it off for Brenner. Brenner's got an open space. He's going to bring it all the way around, try to wrap that. Nice save there as Bloomfield recovered.
There we go. You got to make sure they're moving to the open ice.
Jake Young with a nice little pass. That's blocked away.
Nice D. Nice D. Is that Armour?
Armour. Again, you mentioned his name a couple times, Rich. He's been pulling his weight on that defensive side for the Crusaders.
Oh, look at this. Some pressure by the forechecker.
Glove down and kept alive there. That was T-Meyer. He hasn't been tested much, but when he has looked spectacular. Another nice save there by him. And it's going to be dumped in.
Bloomfield almost misplayed that one. Fortunately, he was able to direct it wide.
And it's going to be dumped all the way down on net. And T-Meyer's going to be able to turn that one aside routinely and start moving it the other way. That's going to do it here for the second period, however, as we are out of time. And not a good one for the Crusaders. They're going to limp back and lick their wounds as St. Xavier's up 7-0 here after 2 frames, and really just clicking, hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah, that's really nice to see for the X team, and you kind of wonder if the Crusaders they're maybe suffering a little bit on the man-for-man matchups, but I think they've also got some guys who are probably dragging a little from playing their second game here. So
right, you mentioned before the game started that you had at least a couple of guys that were double rostered. 6-7 guys that are playing again on their second game of the night. It's hard enough putting up 45 minutes of high school hockey, especially after you've been. I don't know if the teams were out of school this week or not. You would know better than I would.
Yeah, they just finished up Friday with exams. At least the X boys did, and I'm sure that the Moeller boys are. I don't know if they've done the exams, which is always takes a lot out of you.
That drains you. It's taxing.
But also the Moeller boys that played in that first game, I'm pretty sure they were looking at 2 lines. So they were seeing a lot of ice in that first game, and a couple of those are the stronger boys on the ice tonight, and they're seeing a lot of ice tonight too. So it's going to be a challenge for them, and they're just going to have to dig down and see what they can do to make themselves feel like they're doing their best here.
All right, whistle blows as the official brings the puck into the face-off circle to start the third period. Again, if you're just joining us, Joe Geringer, Rich Luongo alongside me, and we got a 7-0 game here in favor of St. Xavier, the junior varsity squad taking on the Crusaders, sort of a mixed squad. You got some varsity in there with JV, and right now it's been all Bombers all evening, and a nice play on side.
Oh boy.
That's a wide open net, and he's going to fire that puck home. Bloom's going to get that rebound.
Boy.
Defense was unable to corral that, and
yeah, it just seems it was a power play goal for X. So, you know, they had one less defender out on the ice there for Moeller, but boy, they just feels like they're either getting some bad bounces or they're just not in the right place. And you know, these games tend to go that way.
Right, when it rains, it pours.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, nice play by. Oh, boy.
What a save!
That was Stanzik to Capano, and they almost made something happen there. Ended up bumping the net.
Capano takes out T-Meyer there, going for that puck. No malice there, but T-Meyer took a bit of a shot and made a nice save on that one as well. That was a
very dangerous opportunity. Those two guys right there are looking like to be a couple of the bigger threats on the ice for the Crusaders, and they almost pulled something together there.
And now Bloom taking it up himself. Johns picks it up, and Bloom was just trying to get off for a change. Might as well while you're in the offensive zone. Oh, tipped, and that was in.
That was in, but
now it sits in.
Yeah,
it's going to be
that
buried
was in,
anyway.
But he wasn't going to call it, was he?
Oh, man. What a heck of a tip there. I believe that was number 21, Aiden Kruger. We were mentioning his tenacity earlier. He's able to get that redirected in. I believe he'll get credit for that goal if they go to it. But
if they don't, it'll go to Neil Gary, because I think he put it in the second time. So we'll see where they go with that.
You play it till the whistle.
That's right. You got to play to the whistle. That was good work.
All right, 9-0 here. 2 goals in the first 40 seconds of play in the third period for the Bombers. It is a 9-0 game. And they're looking to bury it here. It's going to be number 17, J.P. Brenner. Play will continue here up on the right side. All right, and going up the right side is number 17, Johnny Manhart. Excuse me, that was J.P. Brenner. He was able to dump that in, and St. Xavier's going to re-corral it.
Oh boy,
that was a dangerous play.
That sure was.
Head down, and he had that big boy, number 21, John Hardesty, coming in at him. That could have been painful for both parties. And, a nice kick save there. T-Meyer able to come up big. St. Xavier's going to clear the zone. He was looking for the hit, and he's able to duck around it as J.P. Brenner jumping down and looking for it. Michael White able to clear it out, and that's going to be off. St. Xavier's going to have to tag up. Grab a quick change while they're at it. Moeller dumping it down and turns the puck over, unforced again. St. Xavier walking it up.
St. Xavier's going to have to be really careful about not getting sloppy here. You know, it seems at this point when you got a 9-0 lead, then you should be thinking about A, playing smart hockey, and B, not taking foolish chances or stopping your kind of solid fundamental play, because that goaltender of yours is going to deserve that goose egg. You want to give it to him.
Absolutely. Don't want to ruin anything for him now, and he's played well when he's been called upon. T-Meyer has.
He has, and I've seen the ex-defenders getting a little lax on watching that.
Speaking of, we got a chance here. Goes wide. Way to get that stick in the shooting lane there. That was Gary, and he denies any Moeller opportunity. Clears it up. Line mate Driscoll's going to take it the other way. A little too far in front of him, and a couple turnovers in the neutral zone. Moeller's going to come up with it in their own zone. Looking deep and unable to get it. That's going to go wide. Smart play by T-Meyer holding that post, and icing is the call.
Yeah, that was an excellent move by Miles to let that thing go. So we got the shots from the last period at X at 13 to the Crusaders 3. So that seems to be the That seems to be the order of the night here.
Yeah, it's chances and ultimate score on that board is everything's been going in favor of the blue and white here tonight. They corral the puck behind their own net. Odd bounce, and it's going to be cleared out now the other way. And there goes Brian Johns. He's got some speed, looking for his third goal of the night. Stops up, loses it in his feet.
And he picks it up again. Goodness.
Oh, man. Jumps back out, shot just wide, hits the boards. Odd bounce, way up high. Johns is going to pull it in. He reins it in and spins off of a defender. He's looking for some room. Can't find it. He's about to be doubled. Looking for that pass, finds it. Oh, and it's just pulled wide. That was a nice look by Dunsire, and now it's a 3-on-1 the other way. The last guy you want to see with the puck, it's Capano, just out of his reach and played off by T-Meyer. Very smart move by the goaltender. And St. Xavier's just going to clear it into the neutral zone and grab a quick change.
Solid play by Aiden Kruger again back there in the D zone on a loose puck, and made sure he took his man, neutralized him. It was a nice job.
No icing the call there as it's chased down. St. Xavier fighting for it in that zone, and Moeller's going to come away from it. Coming up the right side is Matt Meyer. Meyer in all alone, tries to put one in there, and that's a nice hit by Connor Wilson. He takes a big hit, and going the other way is File. File down the right side, avoiding that hit for the most part, but gets bumped off the puck, and errant passes reeled in by the Bombers there on the blue line. Connor Wilson, he dumps it in. No icing called, and giving chase is Alec Braun. Braun almost able to pull that in, nothing doing. And back over to Josh Ebeling. He's going to carry it in. Swatted away by the St. XD. They're really tightening things up here in the third.
Yep,
taking
nice
the zone.
2-on-2 here.
Oh, and it's
broken up by Armour.
Again, you've called his name several times tonight, praised his play, and it's deservedly so. He has done a lot to keep the St. Xavier chances to a minimum. St. X is going to hold that zone down the left side. In behind the net over to 14. That's Kyle Archdeacon. He's looking in front of the net. Nobody there. I believe he had Gary for a little bit. It's going to be Ebeling down the zone and putting it in on net.
Yep, he had Josh Hardesty, Jake's brother, coming with him. Couldn't quite get it to him.
Nice little nifty move on the blue line and a nice hit. Good sequence of events there. A couple nice plays, including a hit, a nice little deke, and a heads-up play. Archdeacon's going to give chase. Moeller headmans the puck, looking up, can't find the intended target, but Bear picks it up, puts it wide, and nice little play there by T-Meyer, putting it around the boards. And little mishap there as Gary was unable to pull it in, and St. Xavier's going to take a quick change as Moeller corrals that puck in their own zone.
That was almost an ice, but the puck slowed down just
petered
enough.
out the end. Yep. St. Xavier looking nice, smart pass. Gets turned over though and makes up for that mistake. St. X looking down their own boards and trying to get something going here. Can't quite find much consistency. Moeller really pushing those three men on that forecheck and disrupting any offense that St. Xavier's trying to get going. Now X has a 2-on-1. They've got an opportunity. Walking it up is Jake Young. Passes it over just behind the streaking Nick Kneps. He's got a couple tonight. And St. X able to keep it in the zone for the most part until Moeller picks it up. Moeller looking up the right side. Chipped in, no ice, good play. Chasing it down is Connor Bear. Bear fighting in that corner for it. Both teams going at it. Luongo picks it up, reverses directions, and now back in is Jake Young looking for something to work with in the corner. He headmans it up. It's going to be Nick Kneps. He's going to work it up to another player as well. It's Bloom. Bloom looking, waiting, right into the chest. That's in that big M crest. Nice save there by Bloomfield. He's able to hold on.
Yeah, that was another series of good pressure by the Crusaders in the X zone. Fortunately, a little bit of decent puck movement by the defensive players, Luongo and Jake Young, and some good play moving the puck off the hash at the half boards there to the middle of the ice for Bloom. Gave him a chance to get up there, and he put a heavy shot on Bloomfield right in the chest.
All right, Bloom wins that face-off back to the defense. Shot on net, nice save there, but the puck skitters out almost in front of Bloomfield. That puck's back in front. He's going to swat it away. St. X regains possession. Puck goes down into the corner. Number 17, J.P. Brenner, giving chase, as is number 18, Gary. Excuse me, that was number 10, Alec Braun. Puck goes all the way down, however, and that's going to be icing. Faceoff will be to the right of Bloomfield in the Moeller zone.
Yeah, the Crusader defenders look a little tired down in their zone. They're not getting their feet moving quite as much as I'm sure they want to be, and certainly need to be.
Face-off won by Moeller. That was Capano. Puck goes all the way down the ice once more. Another icing will be called, so let's try it again, boys. From a fan standpoint of St. Xavier, you said they'd had a couple ups, a couple downs, struggled a little bit outside of conference, but now conference play, they've been playing well. It sort of exemplifies what you're saying prior to the game starting.
Yeah, they're really doing a nice job, clicking with one another, knowing where they are, where each other are, and it looks like we got another penalty coming to Moeller. Not sure what he's going to call there.
You're going to give a boarding. No, that's not a boarding. I'm not. What was it? Roughing?
Oh, they're calling that against X, and that was my mistake. I thought that was going to go the other way.
And did they just tee him up as well? Yeah, they gave him a 5.
I think they did. I think they might have given him something more than the original minor. Oh, they got them both going.
Okay.
Because I did see a little bit of shenanigans there in the face-off circle.
We'll see what they do. I think they might have given a major to St. Xavier, which would mean it would be a 4-on-4 for 2 minutes until they're going 5-on-5. They're matching.
They were just
offsetting, I guess.
Yeah, coincidentals of some sort. So nobody, not even putting it up on the board. So
save a little electricity, and we'll have some 5-on-5 hockey continuing here. 7 minutes remaining in the contest. St. Xavier, just an exemplary showing of just about every zone, all that speed, talent. They've been doing very well here tonight, just about every player, and it's a 9-0 lead here in the waning moments of the game, and they're gonna headman that puck. Bloom unable to get his stick on it. Moeller's gonna take it the other way, and X is gonna have to corral it behind their own net.
So you see some real pressure by a few of the Moeller players. You saw Jake Hardesty, who's a defenseman, in deep behind the X net for sort of an extended period of time there. They're really looking for some sort of opportunities to shake something free, it looks like.
Oh, nice little nifty move there.
Connor Wilson.
Oh,
wow.
man, he's got some hands, and Wilson's just going to dump it in. Puck bounces a little awkwardly in front of Bloomfield. Moeller's going to try to clear the zone here as they go up and out on the left side. Pass intercepted by Wilson. He's going to dump it back in, and St. Xavier going to grab 4 of the 5 on a change. All right, Moeller taking it up themselves. That was Armour. He lost control but regained it. He's a tank going down that left side, just leaving destruction in his wake. St. Xavier now has control of the puck in their own zone along the left side. Pass is just a little too far in that outlet, but walking it up now is Alec Braun. Braun was, excuse me, that wasn't Braun, but that was a nice save.
That was John Driscoll.
Right, he had a nice shot and a superior save there by Bloomfield, flashing the leather of that glove. That was a nice save.
That was a nice save. Boy, you see John Driscoll, Alec Braun, and Neil Gary all wearing those white gloves. And it's a little tough to keep them apart. Usually the white gloves make guys stand out. Those 3 guys are confusing us.
Nice little pinch there and body contact as those 2 go at it. That was Jake Young and Connor Bear. And Bear takes a spill, and X comes away with the puck. Awkward, odd angle shot, but he almost caught Bloomfield sleeping a little bit there. And St. Xavier's going to fight for it with 3 men to 1 in that zone and dump it in. Grab a quick change now. Just under the 5-minute mark here remaining in the game. 9-0 St. Xavier. Again, if you're just joining us, Joe Gehringer with Rich Longo alongside me. St. Xavier's dominated in most facets of the game here tonight and continued to do so into the third, but Moeller getting a little dangerous here in the ending moments of the game, trying to get something going. Now we got a one-on-one.
That's Alec Braun.
Braun walking around, nice move. He was able to dipsy doodle his way through and couldn't quite contain that puck.
That was a good job by Nick Armour. Must be the brother coming back and making sure that there was nothing easy there in terms of a rebound on that play.
Right you are. Now St. X is going to up and out off the glass, and puck's going to slow to a roll. No icing on that, and Moeller's going to try to get something going, and they can't. A couple turnovers here in the neutral zone, and oh, that could have been a big hit. He's able to avoid that. That was Stahanzik. He's pulling double duty as well as Moeller takes it behind their own net. Both teams just trying to sort of finish it out. And St. X stepping up. That was File looking for that big clapper. It goes up and over. Kick is up and it's good. Moeller's going to take it themselves. And
good pursuit there.
Nice
here's Stahanzik though. Oh boy, come on. Let's not leave the loose one. There you go, boys. All right, so there they are. The X team is doing a good job finding something. But Moeller is not giving up.
No, not at all. Moeller's still laying it on thick late. Glove down there off of a tip. Nice awareness by T-Meyer. He pulls it in, and both teams are going to grab a change here with 3 minutes, 16 seconds remaining. 9-0 your score, and this one is over. It's just, will T-Meyer finish with that goose egg on the board?
Yeah, that's I'm sure what he wants, and I'm sure the boys want to give it to him, but I think Moeller's got other ideas, so they're gonna do what they can.
X with a nice breakout there, and with speed is Brian Johns. He's looking for his third. He gets tied up. One-handed pass, squeaks through. Oh, just wide. That could have been pretty, and Bloom can't bury. He's gonna corral the puck uncontested, waiting, looking behind the net. Johns passes it out. Just over the net is Bloom. Another tipped puck. And a good opportunity. Bloom once more. Why not? Oh, and it's a nice save there by Blumenfield. And now Bombers are going to regain control. Glove down by Bloom. Backhanded. Still loose in front until Bloomfield's able to pull that one in. Crazy sequence of events. A couple great chances for St. Xavier to end this one, and couldn't quite pull the trigger on it.
They couldn't. That was, it didn't look good for the Crusaders on that sequence, but they had a couple of guys doing some really good work, really desperately struggling to keep that puck from getting into too many dangerous spots. And Armour and even Capano, and I don't even recall the other defender's number, but boy, they were working hard on that play. And that's exhausting. That is an exhausting thing for those defenders to do.
Nice little pinch there by Neil Gary, and play will be tied up behind the net. It finally squeaks loose. Moeller's the first one to that puck, and the Crusaders trying to carry it out. It's held in there once more by Gary. Puck is chased down by Driscoll. The teen line there of Driscoll, Gary, and Archdeacon laying it on thick. Archdeacon's going to come off and take a quick change. We're on to the 2-minute mark now. Both teams just trying to get to the end of the game, and St. Xavier holding it in here. Puck bounces out in front and giving chase is File. Moeller going the other way, dumps it in a little too long, and no whistle for icing there. It's going to continue play. Nice little move there. Nifty by Matt Meyer. He's taking it up himself. It's got a 3-on-2. He's tripped up a little bit, and they're just going to let it go with about 1:15 left. No need to stop the play now, and puck is up and out again. It's going to be dumped, and that one will be an icing. The 1:03 left. It's going to come all the way down to the Moeller side.
So again, Moeller is they're pretty relentless. The pressure stays strong. They're not gonna let Moeller get up here, and that's what you really want to instill that in your team, that you've got to press hard right to the end.
Absolutely, no giving up.
Not every game's going to be 9-0 when you need to do this, and trying to get your team doing what they need to do in league play, and when it even gets more important.
Nice little move there on the blue line. Dunsire's able to keep it in. Oh, it's in front, open net, and that's it. What a goal there by Bloom. He's able to pull it in, and that's going to do it, I believe.
That may have been
the mercy rule.
That had to be his third, huh?
that's we don't have the stats up here, but that was probably his third. They're just going to play it out here with 51 seconds left. St. Xavier 10-0. On the heels of a 3-3 varsity tie, the JV squad has come through for the Bombers, and they're going to finish off this last 50 seconds here of play. Puck down to the Moeller side. They're going to play back and forth with the defense. High off the glass, looking for a streaking number 23, Aaron Lahan. Can't find him, and St. X is going to take over in the neutral zone. Nice little no-look pass was offsides. Smart play by Bloom, not attacking that puck. And how did Brian Johns come up with that?
That is just amazing.
That kid's been all over the ice. He's got a hat trick as well. At least two. And he lays the lumber. Now he's in on the puck again. The kid just won't take no for an answer until he gets shut down there. And
it's a big hit by Armour.
5 seconds left now, and they're going to let that one go. And that should do it for us here as the whistle blows. And T-Meyer comes away with the shutout there. 10-0 victory for St. Xavier's junior varsity squad, and a brilliant showing for them. Any last-minute thoughts on the game there?
Well, I mean, I don't know if anybody expected any kind of a result like this. I think X is certainly the team that's on the rise. This JV program has been very strong for the last couple of years, and this arguably, maybe unarguably, its strongest year, given the number of returning upperclassmen on this squad. So you know, it's a shame that the Moeller boys had to go down so hard, but some years it happens that way, and I'm sure that that program's going to come back and do their best to recover from this game and move on.
Well, that's it for us. A 10-0 victory. St. Xavier takes out their rivals, Moeller. Thank you again for tuning in to Waycross Sports. I'm Joe Geringer. Alongside me for Rich Luongo. Have a good night and happy holidays.
Copies of this program are available for $20 each. Send program title along with your address and check or money order to Waycross Community Media. Attention Dub Coordinator, 2086 Waycross Road, Forest Park, Ohio 45240. Or buy securely on the web at www.waycross.tv.